Welcome back. We caught up with Tennessee U.S. Senator Bill Hagerty this week. Hagerty served as U.S. ambassador to Japan during the first Trump administration. Hagerty, a staunch Trump supporter, likes what he sees with who Trump has chosen so far to be part of his new administration.
I've been very impressed with them. In particular, I was just talking with a group of people about his selection of the Department of Government Efficiency, bringing Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk in, two of the most talented people in the United States, to take a very hard look at cutting costs and making what I feel is the most inefficient bureaucracy that I've ever dealt with a lot more efficient. There's a huge amount of opportunity here. There's a lot of room for improvement. The American public would like to see it. I think we're all tired of wasting taxpayer money. And I'm delighted to see President Trump bring this sort of talent in to help us move forward as a nation, trim down this wasteful expenditure. You know, if you think about the difficulty it is just investing and expanding here in America from a manufacturing standpoint, from an industrial standpoint, the sclerosis that exists in our regulatory system needs to be cleared out. And the government programs that use non-governmental organizations that send money to the UN, this all needs to be looked at very, very carefully. And I'm very pleased that these two gentlemen are going to lead what I'm sure will be a much broader effort to get at this.
Hagerty's name was among those in consideration to become Secretary of State under Trump. Hagerty did not land the position, calling it speculation by others.
No, like the speculators can speculate. I'll leave it to them. I've been very focused on my job here. It's the greatest honor I've ever had to represent the people of Tennessee in the United States Senate. I've had a great career in the private sector. I was honored to serve in President Trump's administration, and I'm deeply honored to serve as the United States Senator representing Tennessee right now. I know that there is a great deal of speculation that's going on. I hear that back in Tennessee, but I think what Tennesseans should be comforted by is the fact that President Trump was elected with a substantial mandate. And I have, the questions that come my way, I've constantly said, I am just so pleased that he was elected. I was so pleased to work, aggressively to help him get elected. It was a great honor to serve in his administration, but it is a tremendous honor for me to represent the people of Tennessee.
Hagerty supports Republican calls to eliminate the Federal Department of Education.
The Department of Education has gotten so far off track. I think many people in the American public would just like to see them get out of the business of engaging with, our educational system at home. The ideology that they're trying to introduce using, federal government funds to impose ideologies that certainly don't square with the values of Tennesseans, it's a real issue. And again, I come back to the fact that President Trump is bringing in innovators, people that will take a different view of things. And so I'm encouraged that we'll see a significant change across the government to really focus on what the government should be doing and getting out of the areas that they should not. They're using regulations to impose social policy, getting far, far out of their lane. This has got to be addressed, and President Trump is just the leader to do it.
Hagerty supported Rick Scott.
Leadership here really does matter. And so what I've looked for in a leader candidate is the one that is most closely aligned with executing on the agenda that President Trump ran on. Rick Scott will be the person I cast my vote for.
Who lost his bid to North Dakota Senator John Thune to become the next majority leader in the U.S. Senate. Stay with us. This Week continues in a moment. I want to thank you for spending part of your weekend with us. That will do it for another edition of This Week. I do want to thank my guests, House Speaker Cameron Sexton and U.S. Senator Bill Hagerty. Hope to see you back here next weekend for another edition of This Week. Between now and then, enjoy your week.